Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, my mind never turns off. That's why I live on naps. I work ceaselessly. I have a lot of creativity, and ideas just are constantly flowing to me. And I want you to know that I woke up this morning on fire for two reasons. The first reason is how scary it is in this country of all of the issues that are going on in this country all at one time. I mean, it's not just like one thing. It's not just inflation. It's inflation, illegal immigration, the sexification of kids, critical race theory, energy dependency, just on and on and on. And so that's all going on. And then you have people who are on my team, and it starts at the top with Trump and DeSantis and others who are in the trenches fighting that battle every day. People like Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, the media folks, me doing my little part here on the Bulldog Show. And so that's one thing. I'm just like, it's amazing how everything that's going on every single day in this country, and it's like so clear who's right and who's wrong. You know, it's really who thinks it's okay to teach kindergartners about sexual orientation and gender preference. I mean, but here is the second part of why I wanted to do a little opinionated rant. I cannot believe, and I don't want this to sound too harsh, because I am lenient on those that I know that this applies to. I cut them slack. I rationalize it with them by saying, okay, you work for a large corporation. I get it. You can't speak out. I see you work for the government. I see it. You can't speak out. But I am blown away at the lack of courage. The lack of courage of the majority. In fact, 90% of those who feel the same way you and I feel, and they keep quiet. They don't speak. You see, if everybody stood up, if everybody spoke out, they couldn't get rid of everybody. They couldn't cancel everybody. They couldn't fire everybody. And I saw the healthcare workers get crushed by these hospital systems, having to choose career over their job. And if they all stood together, they could have messed up the hospitals and won that battle. But one by one, they pick them off. They pick them off. And it's amazing to me. And there's no profession more cowardly than the legal profession. It's extraordinary. And the reason why this is so prevalent to me, folks, is I live every single day with this. My inner circle, the people I work with, my closest friends, my family members, my family. I'm not talking about extended family, I'm talking about my family, my children. My people know what a good guy I am. I am not perfect. I'm a sinner, not a saint. The clients, the Deters law represents too. I'm a good person. I fight these battles. I have like zero lack of courage. I have zero cowardice. And I'm vocal. And I fight. And it would shock you, literally shock you. So many quote unquote good people who are like, I'm with you, Bulldog, but I can't say anything. Or they're afraid to be associated even with me because of the things I say and do, which are right. I mean, watch the show. What am I saying that should be controversial in America? I recently had a lawyer friend of mine ask me to do something so they wouldn't be seen as associated with me. I mean, it was like, are you kidding me? Okay, fine. It is truly amazing. When you do what I do, you pay a heavy price out there in the world. It's worth it, though. By the way, I'm not complaining. I love what I do, and I'm going to keep doing it. But folks, you have no idea, or maybe you do, have no idea how we've reached a point in this country where we have this huge war going on, and the other side, the bad side, we let them get away with scaring people on this side. It's unbelievable. People value money, status, career over personal honesty and integrity all day long. And I accept that. But it doesn't mean that I respect it. It is truly wild what's going on in this country and even in our local community. And you know what's going to be funny, folks, is I'm not going to stop. It ought to, on a political front, this is hysterical. Not one, and I mean not one, Northern Kentucky political office holder, not one, of either party, contacted me about coming to Freedom Fest and speaking last year. And those that we did ask all made excuses. And they did so for two reasons. They didn't want to be associated with me, and two, they thought that that might be a flop event. 8,000 people came out for Freedom Fest. That was the largest crowd in the history of a political event in Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati for decades, other than a Trump event. Other than a Trump event, largest crowd, hosted by me. These people, these elected Northern Kentucky Republican officials, do not want to be associated with Trump or me. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Now, we're going to do another Freedom Fest September 10th. And it's going to be bigger than last year's. Is that not extraordinary? That is extraordinary. It's like Trump and I have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. We're right. There's a point for this long mini rant. Is I want you to understand what's going on, and thank you for your continued support of me. So all of you that support me, in the face of that, boy, do I respect you. Because obviously, being a supporter of mine and Trump's is persona non grata in the Northern Kentucky Republican Party and persona non grata in the legal community and persona non grata generally. It's truly amazing. All I've done my entire career is fight for the little guy against the man. That's what I do. That's what I do. The slings and arrows, as Hamlet said. I would rather endure those slings and arrows than be a coward. As also Shakespeare said, die many deaths. A valiant one won. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Hope that gives you a perspective of what's going on out there.